Hello and thank you for watching. Dr. Sohial Farzam here, Doctor of TCM, founder of Needle Pro Australia. I want to do a quick video based on a request on what physiological aspects of the body that might be involved when it comes to building relationships and meeting people and developing connection and affection and so on. So I want to talk to you about, there's obviously a lot involved in this area of topic, but really one thing that I want to talk to you about is something that's called the pericardium. Now the pericardium in conventional therapy, in conventional medicine, is basically the protector of the muscular sheet around the heart. Now that's basically what it does, it protects the heart. Obviously there's more involved, but just as a basic description, just imagine it as a muscular sheet around the heart that literally protects. And the word actually comes from a Greek word which actually means around the heart, so it protects the heart in its entirety. But in terms of Eastern and natural, but also in Chinese medicine, the pericardium actually has a more of a profound effect on the body based on its psychoenergetics and spiritual connections to its influence over the heart. And one of the main areas of what the pericardium actually does is really it helps people sort of maintain but also associate their ego when it comes to living life based on either the ego or being driven by the heart. So the pericardium actually helps you with your association to how you feel about yourself, whether you're living in a strong egocentric kind of lifestyle or one who is more humble and free and grateful for life. So it's not only the ego within ourselves, but also it basically associates ourselves to how we see and perceive other people. Therefore, when it comes to building relationships, are we driven by ego or are we driven by true, sincere feelings and so on? So apart from the ego, one other thing that the pericardium does is the fact that it controls our ability to build interpersonal relationships. So obviously the relationships that we have with our family, our immediate family, siblings and parents, and it could be associates, it could be friends, it could be relatives and cousins and so on. But when it comes to actually intimate relationships, it's a really powerful organ, or it's not really been classified as an organ, but it's a really powerful psychoenergetic membrane, so to speak, that can actually help you build interpersonal relationships that's based on a lot of value. And the value is really the attribution of giving so much value to someone else, but also by meeting your own values. So if you can try to live your life based on your higher self, your higher values, you're in a better position to really help other people meet their own values as well. And as you would probably agree, that most relationships are really based on the dynamic and mutual benefit of each other's values. There's obviously challenges and support, but ultimately when you're living according to your highest values, you're really adaptable to both challenge and support in a relationship. So it's the ego that the pericardium controls, but also the ability to build interpersonal relationships. One other thing that it does is really, it's our innate ability to actually build affection and connection. So the key word really there is the connection. So once we have connection with someone, we can then build sort of affection as well. Now, like everything in life, there's also a positive and negative. There's black and white, there's day and night, there's left and right. So in Chinese medicine particularly, there's obviously what's called the yin and the yang. So with the pericardium, there's two associations. There's the yin and also there's the yang. So the yin association of the pericardium is basically the area of the pericardium, the psycho-emotional area of the pericardium that actually allows you to be in a position to express your feelings to people. Now when you're expressing your feelings, especially when it comes to intimate relationships, the pericardium really is what helps you do that, because it means that you're more guided by your feelings from your heart rather than your ego, so therefore you can build more foundational relationships with someone. Now the yin aspect of the pericardium, apart from the fact that it allows you to sort of express your feelings to someone else, it also allows you to have the ability to build obviously love and a foundation of love, but also your innate ability to be sexually intimate with someone as well. So your intimacy is highly relative in this association to what's called the pericardium. Now the yang aspect of the pericardium, the other side of the pericardium, more energetically, is really about your ability to communicate your feelings to someone else. So the first part is, yes, it's also got to do with the fact that you can express your feelings, but the other side is more about communicating your feelings at the right time, at the right place, but more in particular to the right person. Now you probably agree with me that you probably know a lot of people in your life that have sort of toxic relationships, and sort of if they leave or let go of one relationship, what happens is they fall into another relationship which is also toxic. So what did they not learn from the first relationships? What lessons did they not learn from the first relationships and therefore moved into and projected onto the next relationship? So the other side of the pericardium, the yang side, is really more associated to your ability to communicate your feelings at the right time and also to the right person in the right way. And in the right way, really, it's basically telling you that do you truly have foundational, sincere feelings for someone. And one of the things that can go wrong is that you might actually have sincere feelings for this person, your partner, but again, if you have no ability to communicate that, then what you're going to do is you're going to start building a lot of resentment and anger within yourself. Why this happens is because the pericardium also has an ability to sort of give you self-contentment and self-love. So most of the time, if you're feeling a lack of self-love or a lack of self-contentment, so your self-contentment is low and your image of yourself is low, you basically don't love yourself, you don't like yourself, you don't even like how you look, so your image of yourself is really, really poor. Now the pericardium also can help you sort of strengthen that attribute and also that quality within yourself, because if you can't sort of love yourself, how do you expect to fall in love with someone else? How do you expect someone to sort of find you and seek you if you don't have the ability to love yourself first? So obviously we need to be in a position to love who we are so that we can actually pass on that gratitude and the love to someone else. So the pericardium actually helps you do that as well. So it's about self-contentment, it's about self-love, and also it's about communicating those feelings to someone else. But if you have a lack of self-love within yourself, naturally the feelings are going to probably be there for the partner, but because you feel so negative about yourself, you really can't sort of associate meaning to the partner, so you can't sort of be intimate with them when it comes to sexual intimacy and all this kind of stuff. So the pericardium is a fantastic in this case a channel. It's a psychoenergetic sort of organ or a channel that we can really tap into to help people sort of become more content with who they are. They have more discipline with who they are, and when you have more contentment and discipline and connection within yourself first, then you can sort of project those connections and the feelings and the sincerity to other people and make it a nice, happy, abundant relationship full of foundational happiness. So it comes with a foundation and grounding rather than just a relationship that's based on moving forward with ego rather than the heart. So I hope that helps, guys. A bit of information there. So this is called the pericardium. It's a little membrane around the heart. That's the physical nature of it. But today we'll discuss the importance in terms of its psychoenergetic importance on how it can actually help people be more grounded by their heart in relationships rather than driven by their ego. You might have heard a statement that goes like this: an ego can actually be either an evil master or a beautiful servant. So it's a beautiful servant, it's a servant to your heart. So you live your life based on your intuition, creativity and potential that comes from the heart and not so much by the ego. So thank you so much again for watching, guys. I'm going to be doing a few episodes in the future about other organs that and also physiological actions that may be involved with building relationships and connection and also affection when it comes to building relationships with others, both your family and friends, but also more the intimate relationships. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in future episodes.